Hi everybody, so it's evening time, and the insight that I'm having right now is just let go. And I gotta tell you that especially the past year of discovering all of the evil, the hidden dark side of an addict in active addiction, and the narcissism, and just the meanness, the vileness of what people go through in the midst of addiction. And like, for me to find all this evidence, it's been rough, it's been tough. And again, it's not like you find everything all at once in one day and you're done. It's like it happens over time, and here you find some drugs here, and here's some drug paraphernalia there, and here's some nasty messages about you, and here's a burner phone here, and all these things were spread out in all these various places. And so it's kind of like, when you find all this stuff, you're like, oh my gosh, like yet another layer of lies and manipulation. And it just, you realize that it's one thing if somebody's like really working their program and they're really clean and sober, and they really have conquered the addiction because they really have surrendered to God, and God's really stepped in through the Holy Spirit, and the person is like truly surrendered their addiction. But when somebody is in active addiction and they have not really surrendered, and they're pretending that they surrendered but they really didn't, it's a whole other mind game that's going on to the people that love the addict. And so, now that I have found all these various pieces of evidence and various things, and, now my response is not like, oh my gosh, that asshole. I mean, sometimes, but for the most part, it's more like, oh, here's another thing that Eric did. He's an addict. That's what heroin addicts do. Like I don't know what you call it, but it's like, I'm less angered by it, and it's more of an expectation that I'm gonna find more stuff, but what I'm getting at is this idea of letting go. And I have really been focused on finding a way to, quote, accept the things that I can't change, but to accept that this was really the truth. And the hard part of accepting that, like, I was just a host for his array of, dark, hidden, horribleness, like, that's hard to accept. It's hard to move past that, because what I thought I had was, I thought I had a relationship with a person who was clean and sober. And, so what I'm getting at is it really is a mind thing that you go through with these layers and with the triggers and finding the stuff. And and so, like I said, I've really been a place of, I want to find acceptance and forgiveness for Eric, for what he did not only to me, what he did to my family, what he did to my finances, what he did to his own extended family. I want to be in a prayerful state of, Lord, I'm still surrendering it over to you, and you do what you're going to do with it, Lord. And like, I'm just admitting and confessing that I'm still having trouble with it, and that I'm moving through it and I'm getting better, but this is still challenging for me, especially when I'm still finding more drug paraphernalia. And I want to be done with it. I want that chapter to be closed, and I want to move forward with my life. And 2 years is a long time to be brooding over someone, and then to find out that they didn't even really give a crap about you anyway, because you were just a host to their whole big manipulation scam. And that in and of itself, I'm now trying to forgive myself. I'm trying to be kind and patient to myself for being so like manipulated. I'm, like I said, I'm very boundary oriented, and I'm just like, I can't believe he got away with all the things that he got away with, and that I had no clue. And the reason I had no clue is because I had a life. I was busy with my life, living not doing drugs, living, actually, running a business and having friends and having family, and, so I wasn't thinking about the bottom of my linen closet and are there drugs hidden in a baseboard. Like, that's just not something that I would think about because I was actually living my life. So getting to this place of letting go. So someone had said, what if you didn't focus on the forgiving of him, but what if you just focused on letting go? And that's a different concept for me, and I'm just kind of sitting with that right now, and I'm just asking, can I just let go of everything that involved Eric and my past? Can I just let go and move forward? And we'll see where that goes and how that ends up. I'm just kind of being in the process of what that means and how that evolves. I don't know. I'm just dealing with the 100 feet in front of me right now. So I hope you all have a good night and safe travels wherever you're going. And, that's just my insight on forgiving versus letting go. All right. Have a good night.